found. Oh, okay. So over here, you have the kiosks. This is our one and only kiosk right now. And basically, you all these different cubes, you select one and you can go to the music page of that artist. You know what I mean? So if it's like their Bandcamp or, whatever, SoundCloud, it'll take you to their page. And I'll show you right here. So you can click on it. A robot will talk to you, introduce themselves, make you feel welcome. And then, yeah, you click on the page, click on the cube rather, takes you to the page. Now you can listen to and buy the music. So, ideally, we'd want to encourage people, like, they buy the game, they see some music videos, see some of the performances or whatever by the artist, and then be able to come to a kiosk or a store and buy the music. You know what I'm saying? Little cross promotion.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a virtual mall, but it is also by function a real mall.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. Is there anything that is like, I guess, like by function, some type of like game, like I guess, I don't know. That's a really interesting premise. Like still wrapping my head around it.
Oh yeah.
Talking
yeah.
Picture this girl's face falling off. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. So like I guess the artwork, y'all did all of that, like sourced and remixed images to kind of like create this feel.
Right. So like, yeah, for instance, that picture there, I created that in Photoshop. And then if you look around, there's other pictures that we created in Photoshop. And then the other art that you see, like for instance, you'll go into Pump's Club, if you want to press play and like show them Pump's Club. Like a lot of the objects that you see we used in Blender and then transferred it into Unity.
So dope.
Like this. I'm sorry, what was that?
Sorry, our producer was just saying that it looks awesome.
Oh, thanks.
She said it was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this room, you can act like a DJ more or less, or as much as we can with what we had right here. Yeah. But, over here displays the track list. I don't know why I'm putting my hands. I wish y'all could see me. I'm like pointing my hands at the screen like y'all can see me. But yeah, has a track list of, the different songs that are in this club and, gives you the names of the artists so you can go online and check them out later. But basically the blue cube is how you play the music, and all the red cubes are the different songs, basically. So I'll let y'all kind of preview this. Sorry, the video is so choppy. It's way clearer in actuality.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of what happens when you use Zoom, right?
Yeah.
But, so if people want to, like, buy this game, download it, where would they be going?
You would go to virtualmall.net. That's www.virtualmall.net. And yeah, it just, takes you to our page. It's got, the website, and I think there's different things. It has like the manual and whatnot, other events or things that we might be doing with Virtual Mall. And then of course, a download page where you can either download it for a Mac or a PC.
Okay. So, and y'all, so it also sounds like you have plans to expand it.
Yes. So yeah, ideally, like we want to make it an online multiplayer kind of thing, so it can like really feel like a mall in that way, where like people can go log in or whatever and be immersed in this place, together. And be able to like experience these things. And then we also just want to expand the overall like mall itself. You know what I mean? Like have more storefronts where we like collab with other artists, maybe people who are making clothes, fashion designers, whatnot. Other musicians, obviously, to make more music videos and have more of their music in the clubs and to be able to be sold. So yeah, because we wanted it to be like an ongoing thing, like almost like, each version of Virtual Mall is different, you know what I mean? By way of, new stores and new artists.
Awesome.
Yeah. And new games also, but we'll get to that.
Are y'all making arcade games or arcade-like games to go in the arcade?
Yeah, we are actually. Should we skip ahead to
Yeah, we
Alien
should.
Skrilla? All right, we'll skip ahead to Alien Skrilla real quick. So, okay. So going back downstairs. So back downstairs, that's movie theater. Into Fantasy Zone. So yes. So this would be this is the arcade, but this would be where all the different arcade games would be located. Each arcade cabinet, would have a different game on it that you could play. So right now, we only have Alien Skrilla. So that is our first game, but it is a first-person alien shooter. Let me see. There we go. Yeah. Oh man, it's not choppy, but
Yeah, it's kind of choppy.
but yeah. So this is Alien Skrilla. Gabrielle did most of the coding on this one, actually, in particular. It's kind of funny. Like we were working. I was working on the architecture for the mall and some of the programming for that, and then while I was doing that, Gabrielle was working on this game.
Nice.
Yeah, we wanted to try to give it an arcade feel, go to an arcade, you play, a quick first person shooter game. And then our next idea is to create a beat 'em up game, just common games you would play when you go to the arcade.
Yeah, something like Final Fight.
Final Fight, yeah, exactly.
We want to do a race car game also, because who doesn't love a good race?
That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, we got those in the
mind you,
works.
this is our first game, so good job.
Was this whole project y'all's first time in Unity?
This was my first game,
Yeah.
ever creating a video game.
I had some experience, not with anything 3D and not with anything not with Unity. Before this, I was doing Flash animation and I was doing ActionScript. So that's kind of my knowledge, and luckily C# is relatively similar, so I was able to apply some of that know-how to this. But with that being said, this is definitely a whole nother beast, and yeah, we have never completed a project of this magnitude before.
But that's awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, this looks great.
Thanks.
So
Yeah.
was there what was maybe the most difficult aspect, or something that you didn't expect to take a bunch of time but ended up kind of
honestly, everything, because it was since we didn't, we weren't super knowledgeable on the coding aspect of it, especially, we just, it was, everything was kind of, we had to watch videos or something like that, you know what I mean? And just with coding, I swear, it's no matter how good you are, there's always a problem that seems to just take forever to fix. And it's one of those, you work on something and you just run all of your ideas into the ground and none of it works. And then 3 days later, you're oh shit, I didn't even think about this, and you and it's it'll be like that. It's all of a sudden you have a eureka moment almost, you know what I mean? And then all is good with the world again. But yeah, I think the coding honestly took the longest, doing the art for it wasn't that crazy because we kept, a lot of it very simple. It's a lot of low polygon, kind of art.
That's true.
So yeah.
Even if you overwrite code or have things that don't necessarily update correctly, shooting for that, for an aesthetic and a kind of a feel that matches, always works out.
Right.
Curtis, everything all right?
Is it?
Might be.
No.
Okay. I don't think we're having technical difficulties, but we're fine. No, this is a fantastic project, and y'all totally knocked it out of the park. I think do you know when you're gonna have your next update?
Still working on it. We just finished up putting the chat together. So right now we're trying to our main goal is putting the server together, getting a server together.
Got it.
So ideally, because we don't have like a big team, I mean, ideally, I guess no later than like 2 months, would you say, or like?
Yeah, I don't think it will be longer than 2 months because we had already started working on the next update, like right after we had pretty much released this one. So we're, we're a little ways into it. And yeah, like right now, like as you see and hear all the different things, like, you have to press buttons to activate stuff. Like that's a huge thing in this game. It's like there's a lot of like, oh, pressing a button and it like plays something, like something happens after you press a button where you are then, like forced to interact with it or like watch something basically. And so having to like transfer that information over to what they call server client, things, it's just like rough, you know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
we but, but we're figuring it out. Like I actually made some headway with it. So I've gotten as far as to, get all the things in the mall to where run across the server. Now we're like in the middle of figuring out how to run a chat and basically trying to figure out what we're going to do about Alien Skrilla because, as a one-player game, it's you versus aliens, and it's kind of just like a survival, kill as many as you can until you can't no more. Where we were like, well, how can we make this make sense? Because at first we were going to try to make it so that like you and your peoples could go into Alien Skrilla and shoot aliens all at the same time. However, we did not factor in how difficult it would be to make enemies chase like more than one person based on the closest distance. So we're reconsidering, and I think we're gonna maybe make it a multiplayer deathmatch kind of style thing. So everyone logs in together and we just shoot each other.
Cool. Well, that sounds awesome. Keep us up to date in any news y'all have. Like, we're more than happy to bring them back on. Do this again. Show some updates. Maybe even do a multiplayer test.
Oh yeah, no, that would be awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be ideal. The next time you did this, it was multiplayer. That would be really cool.
So, yeah. Curtis, do you have any other questions? Does the community have any questions? More importantly, there is YouTube chat and there is Discord. I'm sure.
Yeah, if anyone's got any questions, you can go ahead and ask them while we got them up here. Got a hold of their ear, as some people probably would say.
Statistically, someone would say it exactly like that.
It's not. We've got a very easy crowd. No one really gives a shit.
They give a shit.
Okay,
It's
sorry.
just
I
that.
shouldn't have said that. That's wrong. They care. There's, whatever.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the Zoom call. So thank y'all for hanging out and showing us the virtual mall.
Awesome, thank you for having
Thank
us.
you for having us.
Totally.
And we
that's-
plan on having some raffles coming up soon too, so stay tuned on our Instagram.
Yeah, we're
Chamber 69.
trying to we're gonna do an Alien Skrilla challenge where basically we're gonna do like a high score of the week, and people post their scores with the hashtag Alien Skrilla challenge, and it would be like on every Friday. A winner will get a prize.
So and just so that we know what social media to track, that's at TheChamber 69.
That is correct.
Yep.
All right, perfect. And then Virtua Mall is virtuamall.net.
Yes.
Exactly.
Awesome. Cool. We'll throw that out there. We'll go ahead and end the Zoom call here, and then we're just gonna wrap up. But thank y'all for coming in.
All right. Thank you for having us.
No problem.
Have a good night.
All right, I'll do it. I waved. This is me slowly getting out of frame.
So we're not
Ejecting
done yet.
myself from this.
So thank you everyone for
Yes.
joining us.
Thank you very much.
As you can not see, we have the Discord, and we will be hanging out there. You go ahead and join it by scanning this QR code. So we've got one of those crazy smartphones. You can point the camera at it and follow the link, and you'll join the Discord. If you don't have a smartphone, this picture means nothing to you, and we mock you. So thank you for joining us, even those without smartphones.
Yes.
We'll either see you on the internet, or we'll see you. Actually, we won't see you. We won't.
Actually, yeah. Let's time out and talk about that. I put it in the slide and I totally skipped over that point because the number 2 scares me. So we are now currently in phase 3.1, which means that like some bars are open, there's some restaurants. That being said, still not meeting in person, but it's something that we should start to entertain a little bit more in our thoughts. You know, for those of you that don't know, right before the meetup kind of closed due to coronavirus, we were meeting at the Circle Bar and walking around the corner to scale. Unfortunately, news has just been announced that Circle Bar is closing, hence that setup, even if it were under totally safe conditions, wouldn't work anymore anyways. So we will be looking for a new home when the time arrives. And if you have any suggestions, feel free to DM us or post it onto the Facebook group. The Facebook group is NOLA Game Dev.com or NOLA Game.
NOLA Game Developers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's NOLA Game Developers. You search that on Facebook, maybe you'll find us.
Yes.
If not, search NOLA Game Dev. Same deal.
That's all we got. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great night.